Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone, all of our viewers, and here in our live audience. For today, I'd like to introduce some of our hosts. First off, we have Brother Jaster Castellano. Fun fact, part of his morning routine is he does all of his morning chores.
Wow.
Next, we have Brother Brian Torres.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm blocking his way.
Yeah.
He says, part of his morning routine says he says a prayer to God for another day and then drink his water to wake himself up the whole day.
That's correct.
Wow. I forgot. I need to drink
refreshing.
water too. All right. Next, we have Sister Nidal Ann Sabas.
Yeah.
It's now Sabas because she's just newly married. She says that before she drives out to work, she looks at the sky, takes a deep breath, and says one thing that she's grateful for so that it sets the tone for the rest of the day.
Yep.
Woohoo.
And then there's me!
Yeah, me! Go me!
Hello, everyone. My name is Lionel Ornetto, one of your hosts for today's show. As you can see, we're not just INCRadio Washington D.C. We have a launching of a rebranding for our show. We're very excited for this show because we have a lot of interesting and maybe even helpful discussions in store, not only for us here on air, but also for you, the viewers. Before we get to our program, we would like to greet some of our early birds in the chat. I see Arlene Ocampo. Good morning. Who else do you guys see?
We also see Eliza Mojica there. Hello, Eliza.
Hi, Lisa. Oh, I see Anne Marie. Good morning. What do you see?
I see Sister Allison Mojica.
Oh,
Alison Mojica. I see Sister May Silva Catoriano. She says good morning, but tuning in from hashtag Anne Arundel.
oh, Anne Arundel.
Yes, thank you all so much. I also see a few more names. I see the Sister Sheila. Oh, the name just disappeared because there's so many people typing in the chat.
Brother Sydney's there as well. Hello, Brother Sydney.
Sister Amelia Salazar.
You see Brother Edwin
Yeah.
Asabuke says, hi, Kuya Han Solo Figueroa.
Brother Joshua Luktu is also watching.
Oh, yeah. And we have
Right.
Ezra Ramirez says, good morning, everyone.
That's a long good morning.
It's a good, long, good morning. It's been a long morning for us here. And so what we will have today is a really exciting show. But before we get started, we do have some opening remarks from the Minister of the Gospel, Brother Keith Otero.
Woo!
Thank you so much, Brother Lionel. Beloved brethren, today is truly a day of celebration. Not only as we rebrand INCRadio Washington D.C. satellite studio, but also as we celebrate another year added to the administration of our most beloved executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. And so with all our hearts, we extend our warmest gratitude to him on the occasion of his 16th year anniversary of devoted and dynamic leadership in the iglesianicristo Church of Christ. We are truly so thankful for his steadfast love and guidance and for continually inspiring us to grow even stronger in our faith and unity.
Thank you
so
po.
much.
Brother.
Thank you, Polka Keith. Now, so we are launching this new show. You might have seen a hint of it on our banner behind us. It's called Unstoppable Purpose in Motion. So the title, Unstoppable Purpose in Motion, it's not just a name. It's a declaration. It reflects the spirit of the people behind the show and the community it represents, the resilient, the faithful, and forward-moving. At its core, this show was built to echo a powerful truth. When our lives are guided by purpose and strengthened by our faith in our Almighty God, no obstacle can hold us back.
That is so true, Brother Lionel. A quick story for everyone. In the District of Washington, D.C., INCRadio launched a satellite studio in the middle of a global pandemic. That alone is a testament to what it means to be unstoppable. What are we?
Unstoppable!
Correct. Even in isolation, uncertainty, and challenge, our brethren found a way to keep connecting, sharing, and growing together through stories, wisdom, and most importantly, their faith. This show is a continuation of that legacy.
That's right, Brian. And you're all probably wondering, what does purpose in motion mean? Anybody know?
No.
I'd be surprised if you did. I'd be surprised.
We're
if you did.
waiting for you to tell us.
That was a trick question. If you knew, I'd be kind of freaked out a little. So purpose speaks to intentionality. It's about living with direction, not just going through life, but moving forward with God-given mission and meaning. So motion speaks to action, it's progress, it's growth, and it's movement. Even if it's slow, even if it's messy, it reminds us that as long as we are anchored in faith, we're never stagnant. We're always learning, building, and reaching.
Yes, that is very true, Sister Nidell. So, altogether, Purpose in Motion captures the essence of the show. Each episode fuels meaningful conversation that go beyond surface level things. So each discussion aims to uplift, guide, and encourage our listeners to reflect on their own purpose and take on steps toward fulfilling it. Each guest story shows that what it looks like with courage and conviction in real life situations. Proof that faith is not passive and it's powerful and active.
That's right.
Wow.
Wow. I just got chills listening to that. So this whole show is a rebranding. It's a launching. Today's our launching episode for the new show. If you notice the title of our show, it's episode 0. That means we have multiple episodes waiting for each and every one of you. Not just all of you. It's all of us here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially those who we will be bringing on air. So, with a new show, we do have new graphics.
Yep.
We have a new opening,
Okay.
So excited to see.
and we have a new logo. Well, you can sort of see the logo here. So while we take a seat, if we can get our Kia Tech to play the new opening.
With God's help, we become unstoppable. With God's help, everything is possible. All of the accomplishments are remarkable. Others can hate, but they still can't stop it though. We move forward, never ever stumble. With God blessing us, we still stay humble. And through the struggle and all of the trouble, our work we redouble.
And here we can actually see what our new logo is, Unstoppable Purpose in Motion. I would like to give a shout out to Elisa Mojica for editing that
Wow.
intro.
Yeah, it's great.
That was
And
great.
also,
On beat.
I believe Roland Gonzalez for helping us create our logo.
It looks so
Oh.
good.
Can we give them a round of applause?
Yeah.
We have so many talented brethren here in the
So
District
much
of Washington
talent.
D.C.
So much talent.
I always like seeing all of the promos that we come up with. I think one of my most recent favorite ones was for, I believe, the graduate recognition.
Oh yeah.
It was like so, I guess you could say very picturesque. It looked like an actual photo, but I think it was actually just computer graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And so, for today's discussion, we're all sitting now. We do have a intro to sort of a topic that encompasses the entire show, which is the power of starting small and how little steps lead to big change. So throughout the entire series, this whole, I guess you could say, season, we have, I believe, 12 topics ready for everyone for your consumption. Is each topic sort of builds up on each own, on the previous episode. And it goes on in, I believe there's our three phases. So each one would build up on the previous one. It'll keep building up onto the next.
Oh man, it's exciting.
So
So
it
you can't
really
miss a single episode.
no, you can't. Otherwise,
You get lost,
You're gonna
you
miss
know,
a
yeah.
You're gonna miss a character in the.
You're locked in, basically. Yep.
yeah, you're locked in for the next 3 months.
Yeah.
And so this discussion sort of encompasses sort of a sneak peek of how our show is going to be, of little steps leading to big change. So we do have a resource from themedium.com says, growth doesn't always come from huge moments or life-changing events. Sometimes it's a small, consistent things. Now, connected to this topic, we did ask some of our viewers to share some of their personal stories and moments where even the smallest steps they took ended up creating meaningful and lasting changes in their lives. So I do believe we did get viewer responses, and I think one of them is in our live audience today. Is Sister Lizelle here?
Woo!
All right.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's the front row.
Sorry, Sister, let's give her a mic. Brother Jeff.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the question that we asked was, what is one small habit or change you made recently that had a big impact on your life?
I think I started living by this saying where, like, if it takes less than 5 minutes to do, then I should just knock it out right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's really hard for me to start tasks, so little tasks like that build up really quickly. And so if I start it now, I get like the momentum to keep going and being productive with other things that I have planned for the rest of the day. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Wow, that's
Wow.
good.
That's actually some pretty good
Can
advice.
I actually ask Sir Lizelle something? Do you reward yourself for those things you accomplish, those little things, or do you just? What do you do?
Of course. You always have to treat yourself, whether that be like making myself like a cute little coffee,
Oh, that's cute.
or just like going out for like a sweet treat. Yeah, always reward yourself. It's an accomplishment to even accomplish something that you have on your to-do list. So making sure that you reward yourself so that also kind of motivates you to keep going.
I like that. I reward myself a lot too. Lots of boba.
And yeah, I actually see some people in the chat. They're actually shouting out Lizelle. Eliza Mojica says, Lizelle! With like 3 L's. I think that's Anne Marie says, that's my cousin. Ooh. I got some.
Shout out.
There's a Sarah Gonzalez says, you go baby Lizelle with 3 clapping emojis. Can you give her a round of applause? Thank you so much for being here.
Hey.
Also, really quick for the live chat, I don't know if you've noticed, but some of them have purple crowns. So those
Oh, what
purple
does that
crowns actually represent how many times who are the top chatters.
Oh.
So the more you chat, the more, I guess they say XP you gain.
Oh, it's kind of like a game.
It's kind of a game. Who can be our top chatter by the end of the broadcast?
Oh, that's
Do you get like rewards or like level up or anything or?
You get a high five.
Yeah, I get a high five.
From
You
like
get bragging rights.
Yeah.
You're like, nah, it's okay.
You get bragging rights. Now, on that, I would like to, I guess, extend that question to us here. Is like, what's a small habit or change that you've made recently that's made a big impact on your life?
Would you like to
I
start?
think Nidal,
Nidal?
she brought up the mic pretty quickly. I
Yeah.
think she has one.
I'm ready. She's like, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Ready to listen. Kidding. Something that I do every day, not recent, maybe in the past year is before I go to work, I like to sit in my car, look at the sky a lot. Who does anybody look at the sky a lot?
I do, yes.
I started doing that recently.
Yeah, have you noticed the sky looks so beautiful?
It's so nice.
The clouds are much more round and has shape to it. You know, those little things, I look at that and I start to think about the things that I'm grateful for. Even just one thing, I could say, wow, the air feels less humid. Something that small could be something that carries you throughout the day. Something positive helps you set the tone. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Brian?
That's a good one, Nidal. I always look at the windows wherever I go. Look at the sky, how blue it is, and all of that. But for me, one small habit I've changed recently was I used to always go to this place where you buy a coffee with a green straw. But now I bought my own coffee, and I make my own coffee at home.
Oh,
Oh,
you have your own
nice.
coffee machine?
Oh, no, I just
Oh.
buy that coffee.
Oh, this is just
brand.
coffee. It's
Oh,
I make my own
Oh,
coffee at
that's so
home.
I thought you had like a whole machine and like everything.
Oh wow! What, a whole coffee.
Yeah.
How funny, no? That's a good one. So yeah, I bought my own coffee that I make from home, and that just basically made a big impact in my life because if I can do it with this small thing, buying a coffee, then I can apply it to everything that I need to accomplish in the future. Now that I'm turning into my retirement year, because I really want to retire early, so that I really need to invest for myself, and so that I have to wait. I'm 60, 65 to retire, so maybe I can retire like in the next 10 years. So
Yeah.
that would be a recent change in my life that I made.
Oh.
Yeah.
so also saving a bit of money.
Oh,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah,
Oh,
lots
yeah.
of money. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of money.
Yeah, for me, I enjoy getting up in the morning and doing and like moving around, like get the blood going. Like I like do a lot of chores. Like I would take the dog out. I do all the dishes. I put all the dishes away. You know, do like a lot of movement just to get the blood going to like be more active. So then you're ready to fulfill your day.
Oh, your wife is so lucky, bro. I'm sure she's watching, listening to you. That's right. That's
Like
my husband.
Doing the chores.
Doing the chores.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
me,
she's-
I get my blood pumping by realizing I'm late for work.
Oh man, stuck in traffic.
And it's so okay. I guess for me, one small change is, I guess sort of we could say is like try to think of something that we're grateful every day, because sometimes you actually find something that's like it can be like something to make you smile, really,
Yeah, like a motivator.
like a motivator,
Yeah.
like to try to start the day with a smile. Because otherwise, I've noticed like on some days where like I don't like tell myself a little joke or whatever, or I don't see anything. What's wrong?
No, that's great. I
Is
just
it because
imagine-
I'm the only?
I just imagine yourself looking in the mirror and telling yourself a joke and laughing by yourself.
You're not a joke today. You're not a joke.
There you go. Wait, is that a joke or am I telling myself I'm not a joke?
Yeah, you're telling me you're not a joke.
And so like really starting off the day with like a smile or something to laugh at really helps set the mood. Like what Nidell does in the morning, where she looks at the sky and says, "Oh, the sky's so pretty."
That's true. You have to celebrate every win, whether it's small or big. You have to
Yeah.
celebrate them.
Something small. One thing I did do because one of my previous employments, I had to wake up at what was it? I think I had to wake up at 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
3 a.m. so I can leave the house at 4 to get to the office at 5.
That's
And
a
so-
2-hour preparation. Okay.
Yeah. Well, 2 hours because half of that is me pressing snooze. Is me pressing snooze. And what I would do is every morning I actually started doing this, and people it actually helped me. I just started posting every day on my story, "Good morning," and so people actually started responding to that as well, and we started this chain of like, "Hey, good morning."
Right, like a positive affirmation in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Well, that wakes everyone up too.
Yeah.
That's good.
And so with us starting, there's probably some things that we didn't start or something that we hesitated to start. Is there anything that you hesitated to start something because it felt too small or too insignificant?
Nidell.
My brain's has a circle. I'm still thinking right now.
I think like one thing that everyone can really relate to is exercise.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, that is. So
It's always the hard start, and like what we mentioned earlier, it's the little steps,
That's true.
right?
I always ask some of my friends who seemingly seem healthy. Well, they are.
Seemingly.
Well, never mind. But I always ask them what do you do? What's a small thing you do in the morning? And the consistent thing I hear is drink water. Just drink water, a glass of water. And when you think about it, do you actually drink water right away in the morning, or do you just eat your sandwich, your breakfast, and then go along your day after? That's me.
I try to drink water. Who here is drink water today?
Oh, I drink my water every day.
Yeah, I
Yes.
drink water all the time.
I'm
it's
always thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's one thing. I need to drink water instead of
Drinking more
just
water.
straight coffee.
Ooh,
Yeah.
straight coffee.
Yeah.
I think for me, Lionel is I think I take for granted traffic, so I always think, oh, I'm gonna make it. So like I don't feel like I have to leave early.
Oh yeah.
So waking up early.
Yes, yes, waking up early is not my thing. But for traffic, I just think that I'm gonna make it all the time. So, but then I hesitate to leave early just because I feel like I've always.
Oh, like you have time.
Yeah,
Oh, you have
right.
time. Oh, there's,
Yeah.
and then suddenly there's an accident on a
Oh,
freeway.
correct. Oh, road closure.
or closure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to go off of what you said earlier, Lionel, like, do you guys have the Strava app?
Yes, I
With, like,
actually
for
do.
like walking?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
It's a great motivator to see like all the brethren's like accomplishments throughout their day, and like and it motivates you to like, oh, okay, let me go do my mileage to help the team and bring up our mileage kind of thing. So like that's a good motivator, like a little thing to like look at, like, okay, I can make my I can give in my miles to help the team kind of thing.
That's
Yeah.
true. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, so right now, well, I am part of the northern side of the team where we kind of are right now.
Who here is part of the northern team?
No.
Oh,
North region.
North region?
that's kind of quiet. But from my knowledge, in my head, I think we're ahead, right? But say that we're 500 miles in for the whole year, but the southern region is like 501. And I feel like a superhero. I'm like, I have to do that extra 1.1 so that I can like be ahead of the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I
The
get
competition, for the competition and love of the brotherhood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
So actually, we do have more viewer submissions for actually this question. So from Homer Lintang and Ivy Lintag, sorry, I'm pretty sure I mispronounced your last name. They said, we went from being a small-time hoarder to being a minimalist, but we, myself and the wife, took a while and a lot of self-convincing to finally make it happen. And now everything looks much better, and we have started and found this new way of living beneficial as it helped maximize our productivity with regard to taking care of our home. I think that's a great example of like starting small. Like
Oh, yeah.
starting like with one random corner of your house, or even for me is keeping my car clean. Like I at first it was like, oh no, I'll just I'll toss it in the backseat. I'll just toss it in the trunk. Out of sight, out of mind, right?
Yeah.
But then like if you open up the trunk and everything starts falling
Oh
out.
yeah, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I have to. Whatever I put into my car, I most of the times take out. Usually the things I leave in there is like snacks.
Yeah, like what was really helpful was like when I like first got married and like my wife moved in, she actually like, hey, do you use this stuff? Is like, no. So she actually helped me like minimize a lot of the clutter that I had, and vice versa. We also, as we were integrating, we actually also, minimalized her stuff. So it was kind of like a great cleaning project for the both of us.
Mm-hmm. And so we wanted to ask, why do you think people often wait for the perfect time or the perfect conditions to start something? To let you guys think about that, I do want to answer with one of our viewer submissions. It says, from Grace Galarpe, says, in quotes, I will accomplish my goals taking each step one day at a time, end quote, is a motivational quote whenever I'm overwhelmed or so stressed with the daily work. I breathe and silently saying, I can do this. Accomplishing my goals one day at a time, it helps me face my stressors squarely. So really, not waiting for the perfect time, but really doing it one day at a time.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Why do you think some people sort of wait for the right time?
So what I think is a lot of people wait for the perfect time because it's a lot easier to start and continue once it's like the perfect conditions. But in all honesty, it's a lot better to just do it. Like no matter what condition you're in, it's like if you start it now, it leads on to a better accomplishment in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree as well. And something that I try to step away from is working when I'm in the mood. And for example, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, wow, I ate so healthy yesterday. I feel like running. But then I'm going to be honest, I'm going to eat that, pretty bad later tonight. Like
But you earned
fried
it.
chicken or something. Huh?
But you earned it.
But yeah, you earned it.
I did. If I say
I'm pretty sure I don't think that's how that works, but
if I say I earned it every day and I eat like, fried chicken or something, I'd be like, I don't feel like doing it. So I feel guilty doing that. And I think it's just because we're always doing it when we're in the mood, and that's ideally not. We don't do that.
Yeah.
So how many of us are here in our audience? I think I'm sort of guilty of this as well. Let's give a raise of hands if you ever thought to yourself, I'll wait for the perfect time. Because I think almost everyone goes through that. And we realize that, there is really no perfect time.
There.
Like the perfect time, that was the perfect time. Like that moment that just passed.
No, that's true, Lionel, Nidell, and Jaster. I think what it is also is that people are caught in using social media in the wrong way. They always wait for social media. Oh, this person did it, so maybe I need to wait for my perfect time to do it. But they really never start. So you really need to watch out what influences you or who influences you to do such things. Because here in the Church of Christ, we really pray to our Almighty God that He guides us in everything that we do. But the people of this world, basically, they just watch whatever's on social media. That's what I'm going to do. But if it's against the love of God's commandments, then we shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
Yes, very, very true. Speaking of social media, actually, you just brought up a good point, is comparison. So they say comparison is the thief of joy. Because like we would always be comparing like, we're not good enough or we're not, we don't have that kind of leisure, or like we can't do something someone else can't.
It's also the cousin of jealousy.
Yes. Wow. Sorry, that just caught me off guard. What I wanted to ask is, have you ever compared your beginning to someone else's middle? Not middle blocker, but just someone like who's currently going through their journey. And what did you learn from that?
Nidell?
Why
Called on you.
I'm still processing the question.
These are tough questions today.
Yeah,
We did say that these are going to be hard-hitting questions.
Yeah.
It's like the first
Deeper
show.
talk.
Okay.
So something I've always wanted to be is a speech language pathologist. Right now I'm an assistant, so I give therapy to those with like autism or communication disorders, but that's it. But I don't do like, the diagnoses, I don't do the testing and assessments, and that's something I want to do. And being an assistant, I feel like I have a barrier to making a bigger change, and I want to make that bigger change. And I see people my age who already have that degree, and they started as soon as they came out of undergrad. And I'm sure there are those who feel like, I feel so behind my friend. She's the same age as me, but she has like a doctorate degree. I'm sure you guys have felt like that at one point. And I do feel myself comparing myself sometimes to people my age with that degree. But then I always step back and I'm like, everybody has their own beginning, or they start from, everyone has a different environment, and you should never compare that environment to your environment. Some people have those advantages and you don't, but that's when you really have to pray and work hard, because everybody has that different type of hard, if that makes sense. So that's when you really trust God, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm really praying, God, when is the best time? And I should just wait. I should do my research. I should, so yeah. That's pretty much it. Cute, Brian.
No, that was really well said. I really never compared my journey from another person, because everyone, like what you said, Nidell, everyone has their own journey. But I know that God is always there for us wherever we go or we head out. So we have our own journey, and God will just guide us to where we need to be. So even if you want something but God's just not yet, then you really have to wait on God's timing, and the perfect timing is God's timing.
Yes. So like for me, I've always compared myself to my older brothers because I'm the youngest in my family. So it's like I want to follow in their footsteps because they're really successful. They're in their careers and they're progressing really well. And it's like, I'm still like lagging behind because of the things that happened in my life that didn't happen to them necessarily. I'm like just now catching up and try to follow in their footsteps, so as a guide in a way, so that like it can help me like fulfill what I need to do complete in my life. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did want to read a couple of the comments from ideas. This is Aries Fredericksburg, FXBG Fredericksburg. This says there is no perfect time. The best time is always now. Draw your thoughts, pray, plan, and execute the plan. And it says trust the process. And I think that's really important, something to remember, especially when trying to find new things and starting new things. And I think we did have one more viewer submission. I did want to ask questions because it's very open-ended of this submission. Is Ezra Ramirez here? Ezra, you're here. Can you give Ezra a round of applause?
Hey, front row too.
All right, round two. Can you give him a mic? So one of the things that Ezra Ramirez says is being passionate about my hobbies has opened up many doors for me. So I did want to ask, what are your hobbies?
I have too many to name. I love volleyball.
We love volleyball.
Videography. I love creating content. I
Nice.
think I'm like just very like a creative person, and I always have been since I was a kid.
And so I guess could you share a little bit of the little steps that you took in order to start, say, whichever hobby that you choose?
I'll start with volleyball because it's something that I share with a lot of the brethren here. So I started playing volleyball with like my sister and my mom. Shout out them. She's right next to me too. And there was never really like a lot of like guys growing up playing volleyball, or at least around this area. But I played with my sisters and my mom and kind of got really into it. And then eventually like I started playing with the other brothers around the district, and by the grace of God, I was able to get on the district team in that last district one, and I was able to play with the brothers, and we had a really good time. We got second place, unfortunately, but next time we'll get first. And yeah, that's one.
Nice. Thank
things
you.
that-
Thank you so much for sharing. We do love our live audience.
Yep.
Give him a round of applause. While we wait for Jason to come back up here, I did want to read a couple of other comments as well. I think this is from Anne-Marie. So she says that I'm unfortunately prone to comparing myself to others, still trying to accept that we're all on our own paths and it's all in God's timing. Now, I do really appreciate everyone for taking the time here, and especially for those of us here on the panel. Of course, we're going to be seeing each other pretty frequently every week. One thing I wanted to ask is, how do you overcome discouragement when progress feels slow or invisible? I think that's something that people would actually be able to start, but then as they go on, they're like, I don't really see much of the results that I'm seeing everyone else doing.
So I've seen like when it comes to like exercising or working out, people don't see the change immediately, like within the first week, right? It takes a long time and a lot of progression and a lot of learning on the way to actually lose all the weight. So like that's what my wife and I have been doing. We are trying to learn our process on like, what works best for us? Like, do we do more cardio? Do we eat a lot better? Kind of stuff like that we have to like learn on the way and like learn from our mistakes. Like, we shouldn't do that. We should do this. So exercising is definitely one of the main things that you don't see your progress right away. And sometimes it takes a long time for a lot of people to see their progress. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I might need to ask for recommendations on that. I keep talking about food this morning. It's like,
It make everyone hungry.
I haven't had breakfast yet, so.
oh no.
Yes. No, so my wife is like a culinary expert, so she knows like the
Ooh.
types of food that like, hey, this has a lot of protein and this has a lot of fiber. Maybe we should mix those together. And like, she makes like a salad and like, chicken and whatnot. So that really helps us in our dietary needs.
That's really good.
Yeah.
For me, Brother Ryan.
Wait, pass it to me. Really, discouragement for me, I don't really welcome it at all.
Mm.
An idea of discouragement is just you're putting yourself down. It's always should be encouragement, even if it comes to a point where you're kind of disappointed. But you have to really think about it. Like, Rome wasn't built in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everything takes time, like what you said, Jaster. So to begin with, I do not let discouragement enter through me. So
Wow.
then we don't even like
We love that
discuss
mindset.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
always think positive, right?
Always think
Yeah.
positive.
always think positive.
Go to the mirror, point at yourself, and say, "You're not a joke."
Yeah.
One step at a time.
Exactly. One step
That's
at a
my first
time.
step every morning.
Now, do you have anything? Do you have more?
No, that was it.
Okay, so I did want to read this comment because I think it was from, let's see, from Alexis Mirish. It says, God is always at work for us. He never sleeps. Everything that happens in our favor according to God's will because he works for the good of those who love him.
Exactly.
And it's always something always to keep in mind. Something I always keep in mind every day when things aren't as great. You know, sometimes my coworkers will be like, hey, buddy, you having fun yet? I'm like, I always say, or not really.
Yeah.
But I always know, like, whatever I'm working on, like, is always one step closer.
Yep.
Even if it's just a tiny little step. Every day, every second, always remembering, trusting in the process.
Yeah, because God will never give you any trials or tribulations that you can't handle, right?
Very true, very true. Right. He'll put us through things that we are able to handle.
Exactly.
As long also things that we can handle, but also turning to God for asking for help from him.
Yep, and guidance, yeah.
For guidance and all that. So what is something that's for all of us, for someone that's listening to us right now, if someone's listening and is feeling stuck or overwhelmed right now, what would we tell them? What other pieces of advice that we carry around in our lives that we try to keep in mind every day?
I'd say to someone and to my my younger self, it's okay if it's all right if you feel stuck. Like, for example, everything takes time. And when I think about my younger self, I feel, I remember myself being super timid, not having as much friends, not knowing how to start a conversation. And actually, I started working on that not too long ago, maybe like beginning of college. I felt like I was lacking friends. And of course, people tell you it's okay to have not as many friends. But they reminded me, you have to just, be yourself, never change who you are as a person to fit into a certain group that you want to be part of. Unless that group of people that you want to be part of are people who are very faithful, very positive, looking forward to the greater things in life and avoiding, the negative
Thoughts.
Thoughts, yeah.
Exactly.
Thoughts. Sorry, I wanted to join in.
Finish the line.
That's on my brain. So yeah, it's okay. And I would tell my past self, just be yourself, be true to yourself, and always pray to God, even for those little things like, I pray that I want to have friends, good quality friends, and not just
Everybody.
just not everybody. I mean, I want to be friends with everybody. This is not coming out right. But I don't know if you know what I mean. But and the one small step I took actually was taking up an office in the church, and one of them is INCRadio, actually.
Wow.
Woohoo!
Yes, and INCRadio was definitely different before. I don't know if you remember, everything was online, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, it's so much harder to make friends when you're online, like behind a computer. You don't really get to know someone as good as you do, like in person.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, do you remember Jaster from 2020? No.
No.
But I'm so happy that I joined because we were able to connect to each other on a different level. Like, it literally, the way we sit right now and we talk right now is how we talk outside of INCRadio. And I feel like I have that privilege to build a deeper connection, but on air. So, being said, if you want to be part of radio, Join us. We're fun. I promise.
So if
yeah.
you want friends, join INC Radio.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not the only way. It's not the only way, but
One of the many ways.
one of the many ways.
Yeah.
So for everyone here, I actually did want to read something to what is it? For feeling stuck or overwhelmed, what would help them? Actually, one of the comments from Percival Parlade says, "I like to take pictures in my progress in every endeavor. So when I feel like progress is slow, I look at the very first picture in the album to remember where I was at to begin with." So I think really setting reminders for yourself.
Yeah.
I guess
the
some
progress, yeah.
what some people do is they journal. Some people like they do progress pictures. Sometimes I see them on social media and I'm like, I'm proud of you for making it this far. Like they would post like even just a 3 months or even a 6 months update photo of them. Most of the time it's when they're exercising. And you really do see the difference 6 months down the line. So 6 months from now, what is 6 months from now? It is September, October, November, December, January. In February. No. March. In March. I do want to see like those progress pics because it's always inspiring, not only for those that are seeing it, but also for the ones that are, taking those progress pictures.
That's true. Actually, can I change the script a little bit?
Sure. What script?
I actually wanted to go back to the audience, if that's okay. I started thinking about Percy, and I thought about, oh, wow, his videography is so amazing. And then I started thinking about, like, Ezra's content.
They do make very good videos.
They
Yeah,
do.
really
so
entertaining.
Can you give a round of applause for our
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
talented brethren in Washington, D.C.?
Join
He's
us
blushing
on
right now.
INC Radio.
Look at how big that smile is.
I wanted to run it back to him because I don't remember you putting these quality videos online before, and I wanted to ask you what made you start and
He's going to run.
run. What encouraged
Jason.
you, and what helped you stay not be discouraged from like all the other content you've seen and your progress and all that stuff?
Yeah, so like I said, I've been like pretty creative like my entire life, luckily, and ever since I was a kid, I always loved like recording memories with my friends, like no matter how small or like how like simple like the memory might have been. If it like brought me like good feelings and good memories, then it's something that I wanted to cherish for as long as I could remember. And that's why I thought like documenting my life was so important. And as I kind of like got older and I like was able to like kind of like level up how I capture those memories, I thought that sharing them online was kind of important to me because I was able to share a part of me with people and kind of inspire them to start doing the same for themselves, because I feel like it's so easy to get caught up in life, and if you can take even just a little bit to romanticize your life and appreciate the little things, I think that's very important to make life a little bit more enjoyable.
I love that. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
So if you want to make content, think about what Ezra said.
I did see a comment here from Amelia Salazar saying, in everything you want to accomplish, consistency is the bridge between setting a goal and reaching it. So I think I'd like to say that Ezra did make that bridge and is currently reaching his goal. Wow. Okay. So in all of this, how can we sort of encourage each other to move forward with faith, even with the little things? I think like being there for each other is one major thing that we can all do. And what do you guys think?
What do you think, Brian?
That's a really tough question again. No, you really have to be there for each other at all times. Just checking on your friends and your family and really be connected with Almighty God for everything that you do. Set your vow of prayer and really have a self-reflection to see what else can I do for God. Not for yourself, for God. Because when you put Him first, everything will be added to you.
Yeah. So yeah, honestly, I think just having an open ear for somebody, like especially if they need you, especially with their faith, if you're just there to listen, I think that would be a great inspiration for them to, build up in their faith.
Yeah, I think especially when when our friends reach out to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Like even when it's late, so they need someone to listen.
Yeah.
They need someone that to sort of vent their feelings to.
Yep, exactly.
Right. Of course, we would include it in our prayers to our Almighty God.
Yeah.
But also having an ear for someone to lend to us.
Yeah.
In times when we do need that feeling like, hey, we're not going through this alone.
Yeah.
Right. There's a bunch of friends, especially here in the Church of Christ, that everyone's going through something similar.
Yeah, always trying not to go through it alone is the best thing. Having someone there with you, or even multiple people to go through the hardships together, is building up. It builds you up. It makes you stronger.
If I may ask, for those here on the panel, there should be a number one person in your life that helps you through this all. Who is that person?
Especially about my wife, of course, my
wife.
spouse. Yeah.
I'd like to give a shout out to my husband,
Yee.
Marvin Savas.
She's blushing.
Yeah, I'm turning red. But he does encourage. He's definitely my better half. I know everyone says about their significant other, but truly he is, because I'm the type of person who's always late, someone who doesn't want to start the little things, but he's so good at managing his time, doing the little things first, and it encourages me and inspires me to do those little things to get to that big goal we're working for.
Same.
So, yeah.
Of course, my wife and my daughter, they're my inspiration every day. So they took all my answers.
Yeah, I think on a previous episode, I'm so glad we're having discussions like this, because on a previous episode that you were on, we sort of talked about it, sort of the support system. And I really appreciate each of us sharing, especially for those that are supporting us here on INC Radio, especially you, the viewers, you here, the live audience. I want to give a big shout out and thank you. Can you give a round of applause for that?
Woo! Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
much
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Yeah. Let's see. I do see a couple things in the chat. I wonder, because we are coming close to the end of our show today, who's in third place? Do we have it? Let's see. Third place goes to Bruce Vaughn.
Wow.
I do see one of his comments says going to district and local events equals more friends. I think I do agree with that. I actually met Bruce through at a district event.
He's in the audience right now.
He's in the audience right now.
Let's show the audience cam.
Shout out to Bruce.
Please stand.
Let's see. Second place goes to Marvin. Oh, he's our
Wow.
Tech for
He's our
today.
Tech.
Does that really count?
How's he doing that?
Does that really count? He's the one giving the questions in the chat right now.
Multitasking.
He's
Yeah.
multitasking. Now, who's number one? Who can tell me who's number one? Let's scrolling through the chat right now. Number one.
Probably Eliza.
Let's see.
Oh no, Alyssa's
Can
not
we get a
number
drum
one.
roll?
It's someone.
Drum roll so it's not so quiet.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, we got one.
Sarah Gonzalez.
Sarah Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Wow.
Thank you all so much. And so, just a quick message to all of our listeners is sort of a message that sort of encapsulates what our entire show is, and a message that we would like to leave off on, sort of on every episode and every show that we do here on Unstoppable Purpose in Motion, is that we may stumble and we may pause, but with God's help and with the strength that He has given us, we rise and we continue to press onward, and that is what makes us
Unstoppable.
We love the energy. We love the energy. But as we do come to a close, I'd like to thank everyone. So that's a wrap for today's episode. But before we go, we would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to those who make it all possible. For their unstoppable support, we'd like to thank our INCRadio Washington D.C.'s family for supporting our broadcast, especially to Brother Sidney R. Santos, our district supervising minister. Brother Richard Soterio, our assistant district minister. Brother Audric Dulay, our district CFO overseer. Brother Tyler Warden, our district multimedia advisor. He's standing right there in the back. Brother Emmanuel Ndaya, our executive producer. Brother Wally Taray, our station manager. Our dedicated INC Radio Kia techs here and in the Philippines. Again, can we give a round of applause for our Kia techs one more time? With all the hard work that they do, our shows would not be possible. We would like to give a special thanks to Brother Angelo Aranio Vimanolo, our Deputy Executive Minister. And we'd like to give our special thanks to Brother Eduardo Vimanolo, our Executive Minister of the Iglesianicristo Church of Christ, for allowing us to have programs like today's show here on INC Radio. But before we go, do you guys have any actually last-minute shout-outs?
Oh, to my family and friends in New Jersey and all over the world.
Nice.
Awesome. I love to give a shout out to all my family, the De Guzman family, the Ibarra family, the Savas family, the INC Radio family,
Such a big
Washington,
family.
D.C., Mid-Atlantic family.
How are you, Brother Brian?
Everyone.
How about you, Brother Brian?
Hello to my wife and my beautiful daughter, Winley. Love you too.
All right. I do want to give a shout out to my family back in Orange County, California, so even in Northern California, as well as there in the Philippines. So thank you so much for tuning in and spending part of your day with us. If you like today's show, be sure to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on what's coming up next. Until then, catch us again next week right here on Unstoppable Purpose in Motion, presented by us here on INC Radio Washington D.C. Satellite Studio every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And remember, stay inspired, stay connected, and most of all, stay unstoppable. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all so
Thank
much.
you, everyone. Happy weekend.
Bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye to our chat. Thank you.
Bye.
Through the good and the bad, we remain victorious. We return all the praises to a God so glorious.